we got to talk about March Madness because it is that time of the year when everybody loses their mind. And by everyone, I mean the college basketball world where players decide, you know what? I don't want to play basketball. And they just lose to, the little sisters of the blind, poor, and bad at things. Like, I love this time of year because it's just stupid. Like, it's just like, you literally, like, I try to find a group of people that just don't know anything about basketball and just like, hey, let's do a bracket. And I will inevitably lose. Last time I did a bracket with a bunch of friends of mine, I was the only one who like actively followed college basketball. I think actually one other person followed college basketball in that group. I came in dead last. Person who won probably had never watched a college basketball game in their life. And so we sit here with the tournament of all tournaments. It's one of, if not the best postseason playoff things in all of sports to me, where it's just 68 or 64 teams, and basically anybody can win. It's one game elimination, so you make what you can with it. Now, I do have a few things that I want to talk about here. Obviously, MSU fan, got to talk about MSU. They're playing the other MSU, Mississippi State. So Michigan State versus Mississippi State, 8 and 9 seed. Michigan State ends up as the 9 seed. I was saying all year they'll probably make the tournament. I don't know how. They just will. So they make the tournament. They're a 9 seed, so they are going to be playing for the right to lose to North Carolina. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure everybody is going to enjoy that. But yeah, so super great stuff. Great another season. Another well-done season, Tom Izzo and MSU were really raising the bar. I heard somebody today, I think it was Tim Brando, say that MSU was going to go to the Sweet 16. And I'm like, excuse me, you are aware we have to beat North Carolina to get to the Sweet 16. I guess not necessarily. North Carolina could lose. But we have to beat Mississippi State, which is not going to be easy. I mean, they're probably evenly matched with us. And we also would have to beat North Carolina. I don't know about you. I don't have a whole lot of hope in that. I don't have a whole lot of faith in that. But I wanted to make another. Imagine the Steelers getting Justin Jefferson. I would just, at that point, Buzzy, you know what I would do? I would retire. I would just say, you know what? I enjoy doing this. This is a fun hobby of mine, but you know what? Can't do it. Can't do it. But anyway, back to March Madness. I have a couple of teams that I think are going to be early exits and a couple of teams I think are going to be kind of sneaky. Now, I will say, I am not a college basketball savant. I do not follow all of college basketball. I follow primarily Michigan State and a little bit of Big Ten and pick up on stuff from other people. But that's where I'm coming from. All right. So if I name some team and I'm a total stupid idiot and I should have picked better, I don't know. Watch somebody else's video, I guess. You already clicked on this one, so I get the view. I don't know if you know how this works. I get the view no matter if you like the video or not. Anyway, this is being contemptuous of the people who watch your videos is a good strategy. So for the early exits, actually, let's do the sneaky teams. All right, I'm gonna go with Northwestern. All right, Northwestern has one player on their team who's been the absolute bane to Michigan State's existence, and to my existence personally. That is one Boo Buie. This is his real name, by the way. His real name is in fact Boo Buie. I think I looked this up. Now I'm double checking. Boo Buie. Actually, no. His real name is Daniel. But everybody calls him Boo. I don't know why, but they call him Boo Buie. He is a killer of all things good and beautiful. Northwestern is a 9 seed as well. They will play FAU, who made the Final Four last year. Everybody remembers that crazy year. And they're in the same bracket as UConn. Now, I don't think they're going to be like if they beat UConn, then at that point you're like, okay, it's anybody. Like they really could go on a run. But Boo Buie, just remember the name, because that man, he's like my kryptonite. It's like when I see him, I just weaken and I shrivel into a ball of sadness and despair and anger. That's what happens. So look out for Boo Buie. And the other team I want to point out is James Madison. So look, James Madison, despite being just one guy, is actually a pretty good team. James Madison, they obviously beat Michigan State to begin the year, so I've seen this team when they're good, and I guess like in my mind, they're up against Wisconsin, and I don't know that I really trust Wisconsin all that much. They did lose to U of M on the road, which is funny given the fact that Michigan was actually worse at home than they were on the road. But it did happen, so that's just what it is. But I don't know. There's just like I just feel weird about James Madison. I just feel like they're like gonna sneak up on some teams. They're gonna go farther than they actually deserve to go. So yeah, let me have this. All right. Again, I told you I'm not a college basketball savant. I don't really have a whole lot of reading. I couldn't tell you who's on James Madison's team. I don't Benjamin Franklin, is he on their team? George Washington, I think he's on James. No, wait, actually, that's a different university. Jay Johnson, anybody? Isn't that anybody? No. Okay. Thomas Jefferson. Hello. No. Okay. I'm just naming the founding fathers. But anyway, the other teams that I might be able to give a little bit more insight to, but I doubt it. Early exits. Give me Illinois. All right, Illinois. For one, they lost to MSU, which is already it's an immediate scab against them. They also, I think they almost got swept MSU. I don't remember how MSU played them the first time on the road. I know we lost the game, but I don't know. Something about Illinois that doesn't sit right. All right, it just doesn't sit right. I know they won the Big Ten tournament, but I don't like them. I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's like ever since they lost Kofi Cockburn, which is one of the most unfortunate names in all of college basketball history. I don't know. It's just like they kind of exist and then they just lose a game that they absolutely should win. So yeah, I don't really trust them. They're in a decently favorable bracket though, just looking at the teams around them. With BYU, Iowa State, Washington State. They got to play Morehead State to start the tournament. But yeah, I guess in my mind, I don't know. I just don't really trust them. They losing to Michigan State to me is like an immediate like sense of like, ooh, I don't trust you. Like you should be able to beat Michigan State. Most teams should be able to beat Michigan State. And I say that as a Michigan State fan. So when you lose to us, it just makes me be like, oh, okay. So you can't be that good. like there's something wrong with you as a team. And the other team, and this team, I have great displeasure. Or I have great pleasure, I should say, not displeasure. The opposite of displeasure. I have great pleasure in rooting against, except when it's in favor of my bracket. Then I'll root for them. Purdue. Number 1 seed. We all remember what happened last year, losing to a 16 seed, the second time that has happened ever. Only Big Ten team to ever have that happen. Purdue, with their alien from outer space, from planet, where was the Tatooine? He's from Tatooine. Zach Edey, whose athleticism is that of a pine wood. Zach Edey is like, yes. Is he good? Yes. But he's also like 10 feet taller than everybody. You know what? Like it's like if I'd probably be the best player in like JV junior high basketball. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm not that tall. Some of those kids might be taller. All right. Maybe like we'll go like even lower. Like if we had like a 10-year-old basketball league, I would be like I'd be Michael Jordan. Okay. I'd be Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. I'd be all of them combined. I would destroy them. And I feel like that's what Zach Edey is. It's like, what does he do? He drives into, he posts up under the basket. He does a little hook shot. He draws a foul. He gets he draws like 100 fouls a game. He basically fouls a team out to the point where now they're just shooting free throws. And he blocks every single shot that's in front of him because he's got he's basically Mr. Fantastic, right? Like, I understand why, like, he's a good college player, but let's not get it confused. He's not athletic. He can't shoot from 3. He can't do it. Like, he is only going to be good in college. And I just don't trust Purdue. I don't. They had Zach Edey and Jaden Ivey, who actually is an NBA caliber player, in Jaden Ivey. And they didn't go anywhere in the tournament. They did nothing. They did absolutely nothing. So until or unless they do something in the tournament, I got no faith in Purdue. And frankly, I would enjoy to watch them lose. I don't know who they would play because they play a play-in team. I don't know which one of these groups that they would play. But I hope they lose. I hope if it's Grambling or Montana State or Howard or Wagner, I don't know which one they play. I hope they lose, and I hope they lose by like 1,000. Like it would bring me nothing but great joy and to watch Purdue and Zach Edey just get bodied in the first round. Maybe not the first round. I want them to win because I need to win for my bracket, but losing like the second round, that's fine. Oh, and also I want to put Kansas. I didn't put them down, but Kansas, they're dealing with some injuries. Hunter Dickinson, he had his shoulder dislocated, I think. I think they popped it back in, which is always a great sign. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel that confident in Kansas. I think they could be early exits. And Kansas does this a lot historically. It was kind of funny, like when they won a couple of years ago. It was like, now you want to win. Like, now you want to do it. Every other year when somebody takes Kansas, it's like, there's just some teams, and my brother and I will talk about this ad nauseum because we used to love doing March Madness brackets, and we still kind of do. But like, it's like there's just a few teams where you can't take them. If you're making a bracket, you can't do it because they're gonna just hurt you. And one of those teams is Kansas, and a few of the others. Like Gonzaga, you just can't do it. They're never gonna win. They always disappoint. Purdue is another one of those teams. Can't do it. Doesn't matter how good they are. They're not going to do it. I want to say those are at least a few off the top of my head. There's probably way more. And we could probably, if he was here, we'd probably be able to list a bunch. But needless to say, March Madness is here. It's a fun time. I would encourage, if you're not into college basketball, just make a bracket because it makes it a whole lot more fun. Like, I'm not that into college basketball, but once the tournament comes on, I'm paying a lot more attention. I'm focusing on games. I'm looking at box scores. I'm doing the fun stuff. Like, it's fun. Get your family, get your friends, get your teachers, get your coworkers, get the milkman, get the vacuum cleaner man, get the I don't know what other garbage man. Get them all involved. It's fun. I think it's a lot of fun. So yeah, March Madness, very cool. Big fan. On the issue of March Madness, I'm pro. Hey there, what you just watched was actually a clip from a larger show that we do every Tuesday night. What are you doing Tuesday night? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button so that you don't miss out on any more of our weekly shows every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there.